In all my years of playing Pokemon, never has there been a Pokemon I have consistently gone out of my way more to insult than Lugia. But even that one is better than Giratina. Where Lugia has exactly one moveset that can sometimes accomplish something, Giratina simply has nothing going for it. And while I am specifically talking about Giratina Altered Form, I should note that Origin Form Giratina isn't much better, and I have tried to use that one. It's not every day you encounter a legendary Pokemon that has the defensive stats of an armored vehicle and the offensive stats of a mall cop. The fact that Giratina puts all of its eggs in one basket to become an absurdly defensive Pokemon without having access to any reliable forms of recovery means that in all likelihood, it's just going to get KO'd in 2 turns instead of 1, while failing to deal any significant damage. To be honest, restricted legendaries that effectively require the user to set up for multiple turns just don't function well in competitive Pokemon. Yes, Terapagos is the exception here because it brings something exceptional to the table. It's only weak to fighting Pokemon, and if you want to keep that Urshifu alive in front of Fluttermane, you're just going to have to Terra and make it weak to Terapagos instead. At least Terapagos has 130 special attack. Giratina has 100 in both of its offensive stats. For reference, Dawn Wings Necrozma is a very bulky special attacking Pokemon, and even it hits harder than Giratina as a physical attacker. Even base Necrozma hits harder than Giratina as a physical attacker. There's truly no reason to run Giratina, but just how bad is it really? Let's explore how it fails as a Pokemon and try it out on the ladder today. Anyways, if you enjoyed this video at any point in time, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. As a matter of fact, you should really just subscribe right now because I have a playlist full of content just like this that you can watch once this video ends. And if you think you're subscribed, do me a favor and double check because a lot of my viewers actually aren't. With that, let's get into the video. But not before I plug my YouTube channel memberships. If you click the join button, not only do you get access to bonus videos every week and access to my podcast with Jody Azzarelli, but you also can join my members only Discord where we team build and discuss Pokemon broadly. You also get a badge by your name in the comments and in my live streams, and you get to see your name at the end of these videos. Lots of cool perks there, so consider supporting me with the channel membership. Now back to the video. Giratina is one of the legendary Pokemon of all time. You could make the argument that Giratina Altered Form is meant to be weaker than Giratina Origin, but if that were true, why would they have the same base stat total? No, the Grisius core simply moves around some stats and powers up its Dragon and Ghost moves. You can give it the Grisius Orb instead for the exact same effect, just it keeps its original stat spread. Giratina's biggest flaw is that it's a defensive legendary that lacks the necessary tools to succeed in this role. How are you going to make a defensive legendary Pokemon without giving it any recovery move outside of rest? How are you not going to give it any tools to stall with? Not only does it not have Toxic, but it doesn't have access to like Infestation, the bottom of the barrel stalling tool that some ghost types have access to for some reason. Bro, Dragapult and Brambleghast both have Infestation and they're not meant to stall. You know what both of these Pokemon also have that Giratina doesn't? An attack stat over 100. When choosing a restricted legendary Pokemon for your team, it's important to make sure that you pick one that accomplishes something. And we already established that Giratina has the stats to be a defensive legendary, but just lacks the tools. Offensively, it sort of has the tools, but it lacks the stats. For reference, a large amount of non-legendary Pokemon are easily able to outdamage Giratina Altered Form. With only 100 in both its physical and special attack stats, it hits about as hard as a sock filled with room temperature butter. This lack of offensive stats in a roundabout way also causes Giratina to be less bulky. If you want to get value out of this Pokemon, it's going to have to deal some kind of damage. And the more you have to invest in Giratina's offenses, the less you're going to be able to invest in its defenses and make it harder to guarantee that it lives that crucial hit. And look, I'm just saying, if you have a restricted legendary on the field next to a regular Pokemon, and your opponent is far more concerned about what the other Pokemon is going to do, you really got to reconsider your choice in restricteds. There's always going to be a few people in the comments that the Pokemon I'm trashing in this week's episode of Moxie Boosted Insults My Favorite Pokemon is actually really good, and I'm just bad because I'm using it wrong. But I'm not sure how anyone could argue in favor of Giratina being a good Pokemon. Look at this interaction. If Giratina wants to guarantee a one-hit KO on Miraidon with Draco Meteor, it has to run a modest nature and invest at least 212 EVs into special attack. Whereas Miraidon, with a timid nature and max special attack, will one-shot Giratina with Draco Meteor 93% of the time. In this situation, only one Pokemon is actually doing their job well. Miraidon, the fast special sweeper, is outspeeding and one-shotting Giratina the vast majority of the time. Meanwhile, Giratina, the quote defensive Pokemon, is having to invest a large amount of EVs to pick up a KO with a very powerful move that would usually get it done on any other Pokemon, and it's still getting outsped and still getting one-shot. You could try to invest more heavily into its defenses and forego the ability to one-shot Miraidon, but no matter how much you invest, Giratina will get 2-hit KO'd while dealing even less damage along the way. You're just delaying the inevitable at that point. Defensive legendaries like Giratina need some kind of burst damage to work in competitive. This is why Zamazenta is so good. It's got the best of both worlds, being able to eat just about any hit at least once and deal massive damage back with body press because it attacks with its defense stat. Even some of the worst restricteds like Lugia are better than Giratina thanks to having access to more interesting moves like Aeroblast, which has a high crit rate, and pretty powerful coverage moves. Meanwhile, Giratina is stuck trying and failing to set up Calm Minds without access to recovery moves like Roost or Recover. Its only real niche is that it's bulky enough to reasonably stall out low PP signature moves with pressure, as their total PP is effectively halved. So if it can survive 4 Glacial Lances, it's good to go and suddenly just walls Calyrex Ice. This is only possible on the perfect team to keep it alive while it soaks up those Glacial Lances though. So today, let's see if we can get away with using Giratina, or if it needs to stay in the Distortion realm. Okay, Giratina. This Pokemon is hot garbage, and it's like I said in the intro. I don't think there's a Pokemon I advise against using as often as I do Giratina, except for maybe Lugia, which has its merits. However, it's just way too much of a commitment to like set up with it. And of course, like the incomplete Pokemon, which are your... Oh, my cat's meowing at me again. Which are your, like, you know, Necrozma base forms, your unfused Calyrexes, that sort of thing. But Giratina Altered is technically a complete Pokemon. Yes, it can change to be Giratina, not Distortion Realm, Giratina Origin, but you have to keep in mind that all that does is move the stats around, similar to how Dialga and Palkia are considered complete Pokemon, and their origin forms aren't always direct upgrades, especially in the case of Palkia, where sometimes it doesn't want to be that fast. As always, we're going to be using this T-Mountain ladder. I built it. It's basically just trying to lean into what Giratina does best, which is set up, but it's... Even with that, I'm not expecting to take many wins, because, look, if it's setting up, it's not doing much. It's running leftovers, by the way. The face cam's covering that, because there's no good place for the face cam in this generation of Pokemon. That's something I've learned. But yeah. Oh, and leave a like and subscribe if you enjoyed. I'm going to try to do daily uploads for a little bit, just to see how that works out. But yeah, let me know what Pokemon I should try out next time. I'm not sure what the non-laddering videos are going to be, other than like the video essay on Friday, but I think I should hypothetically be able to set up. But I need to threaten the Miraidon in one way or another. I think Grimmsnarl, Rillaboom. And I mean, it has to be Comfey, unfortunately. Also, if you hear a buzz, that is my neighbors doing construction on their house. Hopefully it's not too audible. Also, you guys said you like the face cam. I appreciate that, you know. Some people called me pretty. I don't feel very pretty today. Or handsome. But my shoulders are still pretty big. I actually went climbing yesterday. I didn't do half bad. Like, for my first time climbing in many years, I did alright. It's just like my forearms are like super sore today. Giratina Grimmsnarl. Now, I don't think they're going to taunt me immediately, so I'm going to save my Terra Fire for next turn. Or not Terra Fire. I'm going to save my Terra Dark for next turn, but I should be able to get a Calm Mind off here. And we'll go for the... Light Screen is technically the correct play this turn. I don't think that we're super threatened by Ogerpon. It would have to, like, crit to KO the Grimmsnarl. This Grimmsnarl is meant to, like, eat absurd hits. It's literally impish natured 244 defense. And as always, I'll put the paste in the description down below. There's the Moonblast. Let's see if they double into it. If they do, I'm happy I went for this. And it does hang on. Yeah, this is the fattest Grimmsnarl of all time. All right, now we're going to bait them into going for the Encore, which will allow me to get a second Calm Mind off and turn into Terra Dark. Calm Mind, we're going to get the Reflect off. And now we can somewhat ignore the Ogerpon, but we have to start clicking damage buttons very soon, otherwise we're going to have a really rough time. Dang. Hold on, I'm gonna go see. I think that actually might be a trimmer that just randomly turned on in my bathroom. Give me a second. Also, I got the play right. Guys, I figured out what it was. My electric toothbrush. My electric toothbrush, which was dying for a little bit, just decided it wanted to work again. And yeah, so the electric toothbrush was just like, oh, cool, you know, we'll just go ahead and turn on now. I thought it was off. It was apparently on. I brushed my teeth like right before recording. All right, it is in my best interest here to... All right, I should be able to Shadow Ball here to get that in range of Draining Kiss, and I'm going to go for the Psych Up. There's the Tailwind. Double kick? Hello? I'm sorry. I thought we were fighting Arubega. I don't know what Double Kick's doing here. Is that for Chen Pao? Like, exclusively? Is that a Chen Pao tech? I'm pretty sure Ivy Cudgel does more, man. Alright, cool. That's Draining Kiss range now. Dude, if we actually get a win, that'd be hilarious. I know we're on, like, Great Ball tier, but... Or Ultra Ball tier. We're not in Master Ball yet, but that's just... I don't play in this account unless I'm recording, and I haven't made a video in a little bit. Alright, Shadow Ball. We're gonna have to Draining Kiss to make sure we don't get locked into... Or we don't get Encore locked into Psych Up. Oh wait, I should be Dragon Pulsing. I always forget the base power of Dragon Pulse. Why are you double kicking? Dragon Pulse is slightly stronger than Shadow Ball. Yeah, it's 85, so I should have Dragon Pulse there, my bad. I always think it's 80 because it just bounces off of things, bro. Still hurts. Still hurts. We do have the light screen up, so I should be able to KO this Miraidon as it comes in. There's Iron Hands. I don't really care. I don't really care, and the reason is because I can just Draining Kiss it and Dragon Pulse here. Iron Hands? Ooh, Iron Hands actually could be an issue. Let's just double into it. Yeah, because low kick would hurt really bad. You just go for the fake out, that's fine. I'm gonna get a lot of damage here. Also, their Life Orb? Dude, I thought this was Arubega, and they're just like, no, I'm Freak Bega. They're Freaky Bega. Stop double kicking. Stop. That's not gonna do anything. Stop it. It's a fake move. Why are they double kicking? Freaky Bega. Alright, let's just once again double. Actually, I Dragon Pulse. I don't know why I keep clicking Shadow Ball. It's just... Dragon Pulse feels like such a bad move. The reason I double here is just in case they want to Terra. I still get the KO. They do not Terra. I don't get the KO. I don't know why I did so much last time. Must have been like... I must have literally gotten like the lowest possible roll. We finally get the crit. Also, they're faster than me? Okay. It's a really fast Iron Hand. Oh, wait, they Tailwinded. I'm a dork. All right. All right, now I have to make a call. I think with Light Screen, even though we're Terra Dark, since we're at +2, I should be able to live the hit from the Miraidon. So I think my play is just going to be to Fluoro Healing and Shadow Ball into it, since they're probably Terra Fairy. If they're Terra Electric, that's a whole different issue, but we'll be fine. And I actually don't even target the Miraidon this turn. I actually always target the, I always target this guy. And the reason for that is because I can't afford to let Rillaboom come in and just get one shot by that thing. Also, they just don't Terra. They just don't Terra. That's another thing. Double kick. Are they gonna KO me? Is this Draco gonna do it? I know Dazzling Gleam won't, and Electrodrift probably doesn't. Actually, it's like the exact same damage. For, oh my god, that does nothing. You're not even like choice specs. Alright, well. I suppose that's game. We actually got away with the first win. I'm not sure how many more wins we're gonna get. I mean, we're about to go into Master Ball. Let's go ahead and just Shadow Ball again. And Draining Kiss. Do they know what the Terra button is, or did they like click it on Comfey? Or did they like click it on Whimsicott? I just never noticed because I walked away. Interesting. Interesting. Definitely definitely one of the games I've ever played. One of the games I have played in my life. All right, into Master Ball we go. It's funny, this ladder is going to be so dead since the last regional for this format, at least in North America, happened. That was Atlanta, so it's off to Reg I. I can't wait for Reg I to be on ladder. I actually enjoy playing Reg I quite a bit. Good news and bad news. The good news is we wall Zamazenta. The bad news is there are two other Pokemon here that are, well, three other Pokemon here that are going to give this Giratina a huge issue. And Terra Dark doesn't help that much. Kinda wish I was Terra Fairy. That was the original plan, but I wanted to make sure I couldn't get taunted or Encore locked. So I'm not sure how useful Giratina is really going to be here. We're going to do our best. We're going to do our best. I actually think that we need Grimmsnarl on lead. And Landorus is basically essential. The Comfey is what's giving me pause here, because Comfey should hypothetically be the Pokemon that is going to be the most useful in keeping us alive and maybe picking off like Focus Sash Pokemon. But Urshifu Rapid Strike is also really good here. However, if they do bring the Ogerpon Wellspring, we're just goobed. So I'm gonna just play like a bot in this game and try to set up and sweep, but it's probably not gonna happen. They have so many tools to take it down. And that's like the like thesis of this video is that Giratina is supposed to be the defensive restricted. And it just doesn't do that actually, because it's threatened by so many different Pokemon. It doesn't have any good recovery. It gets 2-hit KO'd instead of 1-hit KO'd, and most restricteds already get 2-hit KO'd by things, so what do we even do with that info? And now I gotta make a choice. That choice is, how worth it is it to set up in front of this team that can hit me for super effective damage? I will say I would rather get hit off of, what's Chi-Yu's special attack stat again? It's like 120 maybe, 130, Chi-Yu. I would rather get hit, oh, they're both 135 special attack, bro. I'd rather not have to worry about other Pokemon, or about like the physical attackers. So I'm gonna Calm Mind, and I'm gonna get my Light Screen. And maybe we'll live a hit. If they Moonblast, I get hit for super effective anyways, right? That's the thing. Okay, they Moonblast into this slot. I'll live that. Let's see if they Snarl. Dark Pulse. I just need to make sure I don't drop to this. Please don't. Okay, cool. We get the Calm Mind off. Get the Calm Mind. Get the Calm Mind. That's pretty good. Do I go for a second? Is the question. I could try for a second, or I could try to pick off that Flutter Mane. I think that I get the most value out of this turn by going for a Protect and a Thunder Wave, and then next turn I can try and Calm Mind with Comfey on the field. Because like having the shot for Flutter Mane not to be able to attack the next turn is actually gonna be really good, and I get a little bit of leftovers recovery here. And I really can't afford to Terra this game. I don't think I can Terra this thing. There's the Dark Pulse. I think they might have doubled because they know that one attack won't KO it. They did end up hitting this guy. Okay. Not the end of the world. Not the end of the world. It could be a lot worse. I'm going to eat the Dark Pulse is a lot better now, which is kind of good. Because we have screens and a Calm Mind up. I just don't think we're going to get that second Calm Mind as a thing. But I'm kind of willing to risk it is the funny thing. I'm kind of willing to risk it. As a matter of fact, I might forego the Comfey and just send in Landorus and go for Terra Ground Sandsear Storm. I think that's what I have to do here. I need to put on the pressure. And Landorus should be faster than everything since we're Choice Scarf. And since Chiyu is on the field, I think we can KO. And if we don't, we might get a second Calm Mind. And that's all I really need. I just need to connect on both. That Thunder Wave also makes sure that we don't get outsped by, like, Flutter Mane, and, we missed something. We missed the Chiyu. Okay, not the end of the world as long as we KO this Flutter. We don't even come close, bro. We don't even come close. There's the Dark Pulse. Are they gonna double into me? Am I gone? They Icy Winded. And they missed the Landorus. Okay. That's huge. Because I might be able to actually just pick up a double here. And then go into my, my Comfey. And just maybe be able to, like, wall out what they have in the back. Oh, I'm almost willing not to protect here and go for another one because I think they have to double Landorus, but I don't think they're willing to risk that, and it's much better for me if I just do this. Sandsear, because Sandsear threatens everything. Sandsear does threaten everything, and there isn't really a safe switch in except for maybe Ogerpon, but we also wall the Ogerpon. Alright, come on Landorus, I need you to lock in right now. I need you to lock in from me. Alright, he connects on both. Let's see what the item is on the Chiyu. It's probably Sash. It is not Sash. Okay, that's huge. That's actually huge. I need their, like, last Pokemon to be Ogerpon, but I think they would have already gone into it. I think they would have already gone into that thing is the issue. Chien-Pao. I don't like that. The good news is they have to attack into... Oh, wait, I'm locked into this. They could just Wide Guard is the issue. They could just Wide Guard is the big issue here, and I also didn't get a Reflect off. I just have to hope they don't, really. Like, that's it. I just have to hope they don't Wide Guard. But they should always Wide Guard. They know I'm Choice Scarf, right? They know that I'm Choice Scarf. I could try to go for the double, get in the Comfey. And I think that's literally what I have to do. Because they're gonna Wide Guard. Like, it's a foregone conclusion that they're gonna Wide Guard. If I get this double Protect, and I can, like, heal myself up, that could save the game. Regardless, though, Landorus has to leave the field. Like, the Wide Guard is just objectively what they have to click. I get the double. Please tell me you Wide Guarded. Please tell me you Wide Guarded and you didn't Heavy Slam. Okay. This has become doable. Crunch. I don't even think we come close to living that, but... You know what? No, I believe we can live that. I just believe in Giratina. I shouldn't. That's a really strong move, but... With the amount of defense I have invested in this guy, which is a lot, by the way, it is 212 bold. I think we live, and I Dragon Pulse, and I go for the Floral Healing. And that puts it in range of Draining Kiss, but I don't need to click Draining Kiss, because Lando just comes in and I can lock single target Earth Power. Okay, it does, like, nothing. Heavy Slam. I'm, like, max defense, but there's no way I live that. There's just no shot. They crit. I don't think I care anymore. I just have to KO. Chien-Pao. Nice. Yeah, if we KO Chien-Pao, we wall out the Zamazenta, and it's just game. And they shouldn't be able to one-shot Landorus with Heavy Slam. I don't believe that's possible. Unless they crit, and if they do crit, I'm gonna cry. You're gonna Terra. I swear to God, if you're Terra flying for some unknown reason. Terra Dragon, that's beautiful. Actually, that's like the best thing I could have asked for. They protect. They shouldn't be able to one-shot me. They shouldn't be able to one-shot me. Oh, wait, they have body press. I just remembered I'm not a flying type. They could just body press me. I forgot. I forgot they can just body press me. I forgot that was literally an option. I think we lose. I think we lose unless we take this double up from Zamazenta and somehow just completely wall it. I forgot that was an option. Forgot that was an option. I think it's still possible. I just need this heavy slam to completely bounce off of me. And I need them to not read me attacking into Chen Pao. There's no way heavy slam does that much, and that's like the only move they have. Light screen wore off, I don't care. I would have loved to reflect. Can't lie, would have loved to reflect. Go for the pulse. They crunch. Don't defense drop me. Don't defense drop me. I can live this. I can live this. It does nothing. It does nothing. We win. We win. We win. We win. I think, because we're going to get rid of Sword of Ruin, I think even with, like, a crit after the Leftovers recovery, they can't KO. Oh. Dude, you really have to work for it with Giratina. You really have to work for it. Look at him. Look at him just staring daggers into the Zam. Man, I bet you wish you were any Terra but Dragon right now. This isn't even going to come close to one-shotting. I'm going to throw that out there. We just don't have the offenses to do it. It's going to do like 70%, I think. Yeah, 31. It's not enough. It was like 90. Okay, maybe I'm really underestimating Giratina. I'm not. I'm not. We just played decent here. Yeah, they forfeit. Okay. 2 on the board with Giratina. It doesn't matter what happens next. We have 2 wins on the board with Giratina. That's all I wanted today. That's all I wanted. And oh my god, this video might actually come out on time today. One more. Give me one more with Giratina. It hurts to rub my hands together. My forearms are that sore. Give me another Zama. Please, give me another Zama. Calyrex Ice. Not the worst. I mean, Terra Dark is pretty good here. I don't know how easily we're gonna be able to set up. I definitely need that. I definitely need that reflect. Definitely need that reflect again. This is an Urshifu game, and Comfey always has to show up. Comfey is just mandatory at this point. I have to be really careful though. Urshifu can just like crit through my defenses, and I'm gonna have to burn Terra Dark if they lead off with Calyrex, which, spoilers, I think they're gonna lead off with Calyrex. But with the reflect up, let me see. I'm 212 defense. Reflect active. Glacial Lance should only do 32% to me, so with leftovers, it's only a 6% chance to KO. Or 3-hit KO. And if I Terra, which I really don't want to this game, because I want a wall or Shifu, Glacial Lance only does 19%. It is in my best interest to, as much as I want to Calm Mind, I know they're going to fake out the Grimmsnarl. As much as I want to Calm Mind, I know they're going to fake out Grimmsnarl. Let's try to get this Reflect off. I could burn the Terra here if I really want to commit to it. Dude, I might commit to it, actually. This Calm Mind could be game-changing. I'm going to commit to it. We'll Reflect. Terra Ghost Reflect. They should fake out Grimmsnarl, and I think they're just going to Lance. And if I get that right, we're not in the worst spot. We're not in, like, the worst spot ever. Right. They protect. Oh my god, they're just gonna knock off, aren't they? Be really cool if you could fake out. Taunt? I'll take it. I'll take it. I should be able to get a relatively strong Shadow Ball off here and also Spirit Break. And honestly, getting rid of this makes my life so much easier. So Shadow Ball, Spirit Break. They're going to Terra. Yeah, I figured. Worth a shot, worth a shot. But they should still do neutral damage unless they're like Terra normal. Terra Grass, yep. Watch, this is going to do like 30%. This Mon sucks! This Mon sucks, dude! Did you see that? That was no damage. And we're just going to get shut down by Incineroar with all of our setup now. This Mon sucks. Yep, Amoonguss comes in. Are they going to Trick Room? They Glacial Lance. That's not the worst thing that can happen, I guess. Let me think. Is there any way around this? We're only at +1 special defense. We have -2 attack. Not that that matters. I could protect here. Try to get in the Urshifu. Go for a taunt. I think that's in my best interest. I think they're just going to try to sleep the Giratina. If they sleep the Urshifu, it is what it is. Yes, okay, they slept that. Hopefully they didn't Trick Room. I think they Trick Room, though. Yep, okay, this taunt is not happening. This taunt is not happening, is it? I mean, I can try it. I just don't think it's happening. They can also just heal up so easily. My only shot is just like close combat crit. And then like sleeping Giratina. That's like how I win this. Please close combat. Please, please crit close combat. Please, please, please. Should do nothing here. Close combat crit, please. I'm begging you. I'm begging you. Nope, okay. Okay, so something can happen here. Something can happen here. If they Spore the Urshifu, they're in range of Dragon Pulse. If they Pollen Puff, they're in range of the Double Up. I just do it again and hope I wake up. This is all luck now. This is 100% luck. I have to wake up. Come on, buddy. Come on, Giratina. Come on, Giratina. I believe in you. Critical hit in the Urshifu really sucks. Giratina wakes up. Oh my god. It did something. Ladies and gentlemen, Giratina has officially done something. I also don't think this KOs. I think I might have really overestimated that. Nope. Okay, yeah. Giratina has not done anything. Ladies and gentlemen, Giratina has done nothing. Yes. Yes, queen. Give us nothing. Give us nothing. And we will enjoy that. More slop. Yummy slop. Okay, I can try this. They should always just Lance, right? They should always just Lance. But if for some reason they're stupid If for some reason they're stupid and they pollen puff, I have another shot. Oh, hello? Hello? Wait, are you scared of Aqua Jet? Do you not have Rage Powder? Are you dumb? Are you stupid? Are you dumb, stupid, or dumb? That's a little bit of recovery. Hold on. Wait. They might be fumbling. They might be fumbling. We could be seeing some extreme fumbling right here. Comfey hits the field. Sleep my Giratina. Please be dumb. Please be stupid. Spore. Oh my god. Oh my god. Triage also should go first here. We're seeing some extreme fumbling occur in front of us. Is it dumb to Calm Mind? It could be very dumb to Calm Mind, but I am going to do it. And I'm going to Fluoro Healing. Spore on the Comfey is huge. That's pretty huge. There's the U-turn, probably just going into Incen. I have to think about how I deal with the mushroom. You do go into Incineroar, that makes sense. Currently at +1. I have +2 special defense, not that that helps here. And I'm about to be at full health. This is going to be one of the longest games ever, but pressure unironically might save me. They might just straight up run out of lances. Because they've already lanced a couple of times. I think they're about to run out of lances. I'm going to... How many turns of Trick Room are left? Oh, there's no more turns of Trick Room. Oh. That changes a lot. I'm Calm Minding again. I'm Calm Minding again and I'm burning a turn of sleep. Do I burn the turn of sleep? I do burn the turn of sleep here. I just get damage on Incineroar, that won't matter. Yep. Doesn't matter because it doesn't happen. Calm Mind again on the parting shot. Allow them to sleep me, because at some point, they will run out of lances. They will run out of lances. There's the Mental Herb. There's the Spore. Dude, imagine if I had, like... What's the move? Heal Bell? I don't know what Comfey gets. There's, like, a move that heals it. Aromatherapy. Reflect wore off. Okay, let me think. I can't switch in Grimmsnarl here. I can only really just keep Calm Minding and hoping for the best. And I just try to Draining Kiss. Because they should just double taunt Comfey. High Horsepower will never KO me. It's the funny thing. This is actually just going to be a freaking timer game, isn't it? Oh my god. Remember how I said the video was going to come out on time? I'm beginning to believe that less and less. Did they side Pollen Puff? Did they side Pollen Puff? I think they might have. Yep. They did in fact side Pollen Puff, but Grimmsnarl can take another one, and they're probably not going to try to sleep me. So what I do here is I go for damage with Shadow Ball, maybe, because I'm at +1. And I need them to hit me with the Glacial Lance, because that's the only way that I pressure stall them. Go for a Pulse here just for damage, and we try to get in Grimmsnarl to reset that Reflect. I can tank one, right? Giratina wakes up. Dragon Pulse. Does like nothing. Glacial Lance. Shouldn't KO either of these guys. Does hurt really bad on Giratina, though. There's the Palm Puff. Okay, I can get another Reflect Off, and they actually... I believe they have one Glacial Lance left at most. And then after that, they just can't click the move anymore because of pressure. Oh my god, pressure actually mattered. Pressure actually mattered. I could Calm Mind again just to set up for Comfey, maybe going for a little, whatever it's called, boost. Psych Up. Psych Up Comfey could unironically win the game. Get the Reflect Off, make sure I don't drop. This should be their last Glacial Lance. Wait, they're out. They're out. They're just out. They're just out. They ran out. Okay, I can't let them get any attack boosts. I can't let them get any attack boosts. They ran out of Glacial Lances. They would have clicked it already. Alright, get in the Comfey, because Comfey walls pretty well. Whoop, not on that slot. That could have been really bad. Keep Calm Minding. Get in the Comfey. You withdraw. Probably Incineroar. And I think if I get this Calm Mind off, I can... Or, not this Calm Mind, the Psych Up off, I can win. Because I'm, like, bold max defense Comfey. My horsepower doesn't even do, like, a third. Oh my god, get pressure stalled, kid. Get pressure stalled. This is where I get crit and lose, by the way. Okay, how many are we at? We're at, like, +2, +4. Okay, I need to Psych Up now or it's never going to happen, and I actually just start focusing you. Comfey stays asleep. That's fine. As long as I get, like, +1, I'm happy. Giratina wakes up. This can be decent damage. Oh, yep. Very decent. Knockoff. Hurts, but they shouldn't be able to KO me. The Trick Room. This Psych Up is extremely important, because I can always heal next turn. So, I Dragon Pulse again. And I Psych Up. They taunt me. That's really bad. But not the end of the world, because I don't believe they can beat the Giratina now. Oh, it lived. It lived. Comfey wakes up. Psych Up's going to fail. I do have Draining Kiss. So now I can Dragon Pulse this slot, Draining Kiss the right. That prevents them from ever decreasing my attack stat. That's fine. They can go into that. I'm gonna go into a Mungus. That's like nothing. Don't be Rocky Helmet. Don't be Rocky Helmet. That'd be really annoying. Ah, dang it. Okay. You know that doesn't KO me. Dragon Pulse. I lost my recovery. I can't let them get this KO, but they're going to get a KO is the issue. They're going to get a KO is the issue. Ah, man. Everything's so low, and I don't know how I'm going to get Comfey in. I guess the play is just sack. I try to Dragon Pulse, and I let them take a KO here. And I think it has to be Grimmsnarl. No, it's got to be Urshifu. Urshifu will drop, right? But I'd rather have access to Grimmsnarl in the late game to try to reset Reflect. Because they're running out of ways to KO me. There's the Pollen Puff. I need them to take this KO. Oh, they didn't KO. Dang it. Yeah, they didn't KO. I needed that to KO. Keep Dragon Pulsing. I have to let them take the KO is the issue. Like, there's no way around it. Comfey has to hit the field for free. Comfey has to hit the field for free or it's not going to happen. Does nothing. That's in range. Rishiku's fast asleep. How many turns of Trick Room are left? I think there's one turn of Trick Room left, and they need to sleep my... They need to sleep my gear. Oh, no, there's no more turns of Trick Room. There's no more turns of Trick Room. Okay, okay, okay. Okay, okay. If that's the case, the play here is Dragon Pulse, and I let Comfey hit the field again. And I just need Comfey to not drop this turn. I just need it to not drop this turn. Even if it does drop this turn, there's still a shot. There's still a shot, because Rillaboom eventually has to hit the field, and then I get recovery again. My worst nightmare is Rage Powder. I need them to, like, Rage Powder Trick Room. But if they Rage Powder High Horsepower the right slot, it could be really bad. They withdrew. They withdrew. Come on, Rage Powder. Be dumb. Rage Powder. There's no way they let me take that KO. They let me take that KO. And they definitely spored that slot, which means I get a free, 3 minutes till the battle ends. I just have to not lose a Pokemon. I literally just have to not lose a Pokemon and I win. I don't know how I accomplish that. Reflect wore off. How do I not lose a Pokemon from this slot, or from this position? Guys, I have to use my iconic Moxie boosted timer stalling technique. Let me think. Everything drops to high horsepower. It literally comes down to them missing high horsepower. That is straight up how we win this. I don't protect this slot. I need to Dragon Pulse. And I have to use the max time here. I think maybe I win just because my HP pool is larger across the board. I can't believe they double slapped. That was really smart though. They knew Comfey needed to come in. They do Rage Powder. I think if I can chip this thing down low enough, I just win. So hopefully this does a lot. If I crit, that did a lot. They Trick Roomed. They Trick Roomed. Oh my god. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Wait. I have 43 seconds. There's 2 minutes left in the game. If I heal up my Giratina, I think I win. I need to wake up this turn. If I wake up this turn, I think I win. Or if they can just miss a high horsepower. So Comfey staying in is always the correct play. I think I'm like forgetting the order. I might be wasting my time. But I think it literally is just if I can prevent them from taking a KO. It comes down to them missing, really. That's it. Comfey woke up. If they miss this high horsepower, I always win. That's literally it. They pollen puffed. Okay. That's actually like really bad. I was hoping they would spore. They do take the KO with the high horsepower. If I crit this, please, magical crit fairy. Bless me today. Bless me, magical crit fairy. I don't even think that would do it. I like how I said it doesn't matter, and then I became instantly extremely invested in this game. Alright. Doesn't matter what I click now. Shadow Ball. Thunder Wave. I think I lost. I think I lost because my Pokemon are all super weak. Yeah, I lost. Okay. I needed to take one more KO or have Comfey not drop. Those were the 2 outs. But I think that was a pretty decent showcase of Giratina, all things considered. That Mon's garbage, dude. That Mon is so bad. I'm surprised we got any wins today. But if you guys enjoyed, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, turn notifications, and I will see you all in the next one. And let me know what Pokemon I should use next. Goodbye.